So, what would happen if Nezuko, at the end of the season 3 in Demon Slayer, would become a swordsman? Well, today we're gonna look at the question. What kind of sword would she have? What would it be made of? Who would be her trainers? What breathing style would she learn? And would that somehow change fate of the Demon Slayer's end? Well, let's start. So, across the series, we saw that there are many different swords. For example, Tengen has this weird sword with 2 parts. Then there's Gyomi's sword with, well, not really a sword, but it also has 2 parts and is connected by chain. Just it's a little bit longer and has axe on one end and a big ball with spikes on the other end. And last is Mitsuri. Her sword is super long and flexible like she is. Now, a quick question. Which sword do you think Nezuko will be using? Well, this may surprise you or even disappoint you, but she's gonna use the most basic Nichiren sword. Okay, and now, hear me out. Before you start commenting like, what? Mitsuri is her idol, she will use the Mitsuri sword. No, she's not flexible enough to master that. It's just too hard, so I think she would just master the normal sword, the Nichiren sword. Now, the last part of this question. What color would the sword change into? For example, like you see on the screens, Tanjiro's turned into black. Anyways, Nezuko, she was able to turn Tanjiro's sword into red. So, you think her sword would turn into red. But I think because she's a little bit like Mitsuri too, it would be like hot pink or something like purple. Okay, now, second question. Which ore would be her sword made of? Well, because she already is in the Demon Slayer Corp, she doesn't have to go through the final selection, which means she will not pick her own ore, so she could probably use Tanjiro's old sword now when he has a new one from Yoriichi. Now, it is nice to have sword, but you need to develop some skills with it. So, who will be her trainer? There are a lot of Hashiras, but I think the most realistic one would be the Stone Hashira. Now, the only reason why Mitsuri isn't her trainer is because she would want her trainer to be Tanjiro. He doesn't know how to train people, so he's gonna come for Gyu for him to recommend her someone. Why Gyu? Well, because he's the one who made Tanjiro join the Demon Slayer Corp. So when he asks him for recommendation for a trainer for her, he will recommend Stone Hashira. Why? Because he's also strong and fast like her, physically, but not as flexible as Mitsuri, which is the same for Nezuko. So that's why I think she would end up with the Stone Hashira. Anyways, the basics is gonna train her Tanjiro before she will learn from the Stone Hashira himself. Anyways, now you're probably, why just the basics? Why can't Tanjiro just teach her? Is it because he can't teach? Well, no, it's because the Stone Hashira, his name is Gyomi, by the way, if you didn't know, is gonna teach her the stone breathing. Yes, she's gonna learn the stone breathing. As I said, it's because of her strength and speed is similar to his. Now, how would that change end of Demon Slayer? Well, a lot, because she, when she was still just a demon, was able with Tanjiro defeat 4th Upper Moon. So now when she's a swordman, she could probably do a lot of things over there. So I think they would be able to kill more Upper Moons without losing, for example, Muichiro or somebody. So yeah, it will save a lot of lives. I can't say sure whose lives because I didn't see it or read it yet, but so that's how it would change. And this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and here's a challenge for. If this video gets 5 likes, I'm gonna make another one like this. And if I get 10 subscribers from this, I'm gonna do a special video. So like and subscribe, and bye!